Welcome once again to The Amazing Russell Brown Show. In this episode, I'm going to talk about the feature called Crop and Straighten. Now, this feature allows you to crop and straighten images, as in this case, images that were scanned on a flatbed scanner. It will then separate them out as individual files. You, of course, go over here to the File menu, down to Automate, and over here to Crop and Straighten. It then automatically goes through with advanced edge detection software, finds the photographs, determines how much to rotate them, and gives you the final results as you see here. All 5 of my images have been separated out as individual files. You could then, of course, go to the File menu and save these files. That's a pretty amazing process, but wait, there must be something more that Mr. Brown is going to show us. Something advanced, something new, something cool. Why, of course I do. I'm going to close this file, go to my window menu, and reveal a hidden image that you see here. This image is a panorama image. I'm going to use the Crop and Straighten feature to crop sections of this image. In fact, I want to crop 3 individual images out of this one image. Now, how is he going to do that with the Crop and Straighten tool? I'm going to go in here first and create a new layer over here from the Layers palette. Right there. Then I'm going to go over here to the Tool palette and select the Rectangle tool right here. Then up here in the Options bar, I want to make sure that I'm drawing paths right here. Then I can go into my work area and isolate the areas that I want as individual cropped photos. First of all, I know I want one of this area right here. I can, of course, hold down my spacebar key at any time while I'm drawing this rectangle to reposition it, just like that. So that's my first one. Then I'm going to hold down the spacebar key again. My hand appears. I'm going to scroll here to the left, and I want a second image right here. But in the second image, I want to rotate it. So I'm going to select my arrow tool, select this path, then go up to the Edit menu and down to Free Transform right here. I can then rotate this, just like that. I hit the Enter key, and that one's done. I'm going to scroll over here to the left a little bit more. Then I'm going to select here from my tool palette, my Rectangle tool again, and I'm going to continue drawing my third area that I would like to crop, just like that. Okay, I've selected the 3 areas that I would like to crop and rotate. But I must do one more thing to make this process work. I'm going to go over here to my tool palette and select my paintbrush tool. You notice that I have my paintbrush tool set here to about a 5 pixel radius brush. Then I make sure I have a color selected here. I happen to have red selected so I can see the results after I paint the edges. Now, through the miracle of science, one more time, I'm going to hit the Enter key on my keyboard. And we all know that if you hit the Enter key with the brush tool selected, it will stroke the edge of any path that's currently on this layer. Bingo, just like that. Stroking these paths with pixels is essential for this process to work. Now, all I have to do is to go up here to the File menu and down to Automate and over to Crop and Straighten. It will do amazing edge detection on the paths that I've just drawn, and it will then separate the photograph into these 3 individual areas. As you see here, here's our first area right here, our second area, and it's been rotated, and finally our third area right here. So I've cropped out these individual areas, but the amazing thing is I've left the original image untouched, and I can turn off this layer and I can deselect these paths, and the image is as we started. Yet I have these individual images of each of the areas that I've cropped. But wait, you're saying to yourself, what about that ugly red line around the edge? It's simply a layer that you can turn on and off here from the Layers palette. In fact, you can even throw that layer away and then save these files out individually. You've now just experienced the Russell Brown Crop and Straighten technique. Give it a try.